Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to go ahead and dedicate this whole video strictly to contouring, and hopefully you guys will learn something new or something that helps you guys out. I know a lot of people have a lot of difficulty when it comes to contouring, which is totally normal. I was originally going to film like a contour do's and don'ts and then do like one side of my face how you're supposed to do it and then the other side like common mistakes that people make. So definitely let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to do a video like that. I could also do that with like eye makeup or eyebrows or just anything. So just let me know, give me suggestions, and I will definitely film that for you guys. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and hopefully learned something new. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So I've already applied my foundation and corrected my under eye circles. So we're going to be starting off with concealer today to highlight. And to do this, you want to create a triangle from both corners of your eye down to the tip of your nose. And doing this just ensures that you won't have crazy light under eyes in pictures, and it highlights the entire area to make it look the most natural. A lot of people make this mistake and it can be very obvious, so make sure not to highlight just beneath your eyes. Also, you want to apply a small amount of concealer to your chin and forehead just to balance everything out. I don't like to use too much on my forehead just because it is already so large. I don't want to make it appear any bigger than it already is, because the lighter shade is going to bring out these areas of your face, so you don't want to accentuate something that you want to make appear smaller, so just keep that in mind. To contour, I'm taking a shade that's only a few shades darker than my skin tone and applying that just beneath my cheekbones. This is going to help sharpen the look of your face, and in my case make it appear less rounded. And then just make sure you're blending that out really well so that there's no harsh lines or anything like that. And so you're going to want to focus the darker shade on anything you want to make appear smaller. So in my case, I'm applying this to my forehead and the sides of my nose as well, just to slim everything down and make it appear smaller since I do have such a large forehead. If you have a small forehead or a small nose or anything like that, you're going to want to use a lot less product because you don't need them to look any smaller. So basically what this does is it tricks the lighting into making your features appear different than they actually are. So using a darker shade makes things appear smaller, and using a lighter shade brings them out and makes them appear bigger. So it's basically kind of like Photoshop for your face using makeup. Personally, I wish I had used a little bit darker of a shade just so you guys could really see what I'm doing and how much this actually can change your features. In person, it looked a lot darker than it did on camera, but that's okay. When contouring my nose, I made sure to keep the lines nice and close together so that it appears much smaller. And this is also going to help it appear not as round, since I do have such a rounded nose. And then you want to make sure you highlight in between the two darker shades, and that's just going to help bring out the bridge of your nose and make it appear even more thin. This will be different for everyone depending on your nose shape, but this is just how I like to do it. Carli Bybel has a very in-depth tutorial on how to fake a nose job, so I'll be sure to list that in the description box down below for you guys if you're interested. So then I'm just going to go ahead and blend that all out, and to blend I'm just using a damp sponge. This one is the Real Technique sponge. You can buy this at the drugstore. It's very similar to the Beauty Blender, so that's why I like it. It's just a lot cheaper. Next, I'm going to use a loose powder. This one is by Mercier, and I'm just taking a damp sponge to set the highlighted areas. This allows your skin to absorb the powder and set your concealer as well. It's really going to help brighten and smooth the skin, which is why I love to use this method. If you have really dry skin, then you're definitely going to want to use less product since your skin isn't as absorbent, and it could just make your skin look more dry. So I'm just really focusing this on the under eye area to really help brighten them up. And then I'm also going to apply this on my forehead as well, just to help keep it matte since I do have oily skin. And then I'm applying it anywhere else that I might get oily throughout the day, and just really focusing this on the highlighted areas. To set the rest of my foundation, I'm using a face powder similar to my skin tone. This one is by Makeup Forever, and I'm just dusting that along the areas that aren't highlighted. And then I'm going to be using whatever is just left over on the brush to dust off all of that excess powder from before. To bronze, I'm using this one by Tarte on a duo fiber brush. I'm really loving these brushes lately because they're so soft and they make it really easy to build up product. You definitely don't want to pack on a ton of product to begin with because it makes it extremely difficult to blend out. So you always want to start with a very little bit of product and build until you have your desired amount. Otherwise, blending is extremely difficult, and that's like the main thing when it comes to contouring, is making sure everything is nice and blended. So again, I'm just dusting this along the areas that I want to sharpen and minimize since it is darker than my natural skin tone. To clean up under my cheekbones, I'm using that same Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to drag this below my contour to help sharpen it up. So if you did get sloppy at all during your contouring, this is really just going to help sharpen everything and make sure it looks nice and flawless. So you just want to leave that on for about 5 minutes. So while I was letting that sit on my skin, I just went ahead and finished up my eye makeup. So after a few minutes, you just want to go ahead and dust that off and blend everything out. So when contouring, I always like to apply a blush because it really just helps blend the contour into your highlight so you don't end up with crazy zebra stripes. And I love this one by Milani because it has a slight shimmer, which makes it perfect for this look. And then to highlight, I'm using the Champagne Glow palette by Becca, which is no longer available, but the 2 shades that I end up using are, so you can purchase them individually. And I'm taking Champagne Pop and just dusting that along the highest points of my cheekbones and running that up to the corner of my brow as well. This is where light is naturally going to hit your face, so you're just really trying to emphasize that. And again, it's just making it appear like your cheekbones are higher and more prominent. And then I'm going to also apply that to the tip and bridge of my nose. I'm also highlighting my Cupid's bow, which is just going to help make my lips appear larger and more pouty, and also to the inner corners of my eyes. I'm using the shade Pearl from that same palette, which is also another permanent shade, and that's just going to help make your eyes look wider and more awake and bigger. So then I'm just finishing up the rest of my makeup and setting my face using MAC Fix Plus. And what this does is it pretty much just helps your makeup stay in place, and it also helps to get rid of that powdery appearance on your skin. So that's it for this video. I hope that this video was helpful for you guys and you feel more confident about contouring. I promise you'll get the hang of it in no time and it'll be super easy for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Selfie. Oh my god! Yourself. Your selfie. Why are you playing me like this? Hope that it helps you guys out and you learned something. Drive me insane! I'm popular today. I'm funny, guys, I know.